Oh, hey guys, it's Alan at Boston Fan. And today I wanted to film, it might be a little bit past the thing, but I was going to do a video response for Jason at Basement Card Collector. I think today's the deadline. I may have passed it, whatever. I think it is worth doing the video response. Jason has a great channel. And over the last month or so, I think that we've kind of connected in terms of like, we collect very similar things. He went to a card show recently, which got me motivated to do my card show videos. And so I wanted to give him a shout out and do a response. So in his video response, he asked us just to talk about how long we've been on YouTube and what we collect in general. So, sorry, I've got a cold. My kids, as everyone knows, if they have kids, they're like little germ factories. So I've been on YouTube for, I think, 6 years. I started in 2019. And at the time, I didn't at least know of or didn't see any other TTM channels. So I thought that I would be just a strictly TTM channel. And I had visions of a TTM empire where I would get monetized quickly and I would just do TTMs. Then the money from that monetization would then either go into paying fees for other players and further pushing my TTMs, or I was at that time, I'd gotten connected to Baseball Collector's channel. I was watching a little bit Jab's Family. And so I was really getting back into card collecting. So I had this like dream, like, hey, if I start a YouTube channel and just do TTMs, then I can fund this little side hobby that I'm having of collecting some vintage cards and some current rookies and stuff that I'm getting back into. Obviously that was for naught, and my collecting habits went crazy after that, and not in a bad way. And then I just am completely inconsistent in filming videos, and so obviously it is what it is. And it's kind of funny to think back that my original thought was this quick monetization and stuff, which, man, it takes work on these YouTube channels. So 6 years, I've transformed a lot in terms of how and what I collect, how and what I show on this channel, and kind of how I envision this hobby in general. It's been a fun transformation, and it's been fun connecting with people, getting to know people through their channels and what they collect, getting to talk about the hobby versus just showing off, my TTM returns and being cool, guys, I got TTMs. So he also wanted us to go over what we collect. So I have some stuff here. I don't think I've shown any of this on the channel, so I figured, hey, why not show off a couple things as examples. So the first thing is I'm a vintage card collector. This really kind of started up again in about 2019. And I've been focusing among all kind of vintage collecting is a Sandy Koufax run. So here's his 56 Topps. I picked this up in February. Haven't had a chance to show it off yet. It's in okay condition, but perfect for what I'm trying to do, which is just have one of one of all of his cards that look decent. I picked this up from a guy in Rhode Island, and now I'm only one away from the Koufax run. I just need his 57 Topps. And I have a whole list of other players that I'm looking to pick up in cards. So, I'm making a 15-year retirement plan, but Koufax has been my focus the last couple of years, and I've been able to pick up a lot of great cards. So this 56, it's got some corner issues and maybe a couple like hairline creases on it, but it presents really nicely. Really happy to pick it up for under what I thought I was going to pay for it. Next thing I collect is I do collect rookies, Hall of Fame rookies, and also like current player rookies that are relevant. It's just a lot of fun. I don't need any kind of special parallels base, but I thought I'd show off my 89 Griffey. I pulled this from a pack when I was in 6th grade, a $4 pack from my card shop. I remember actually my friend seeing it before I did as I was going through the cards, and he started going nuts. And I opened it right as we were pulling into my driveway. So this is my 89 Griffey rookie. Obviously, it's an iconic card in the hobby, one of the best known rookies out there. So I've had this for going on 30 plus years. I pulled it in 94, maybe 94. Yeah, that sounds about right. So 21 years. Don't need to get it graded. I know where it came from. It came off fresh from a pack. And it's been in my collection its entire existence. I also still do TTMs, not as frequently as I want, but I still do it. It's a good pastime for me. I've got tons of junk wax and stuff that I'd rather get signed. And I just finished opening up some returns from 2024 that I never got to filming. So I thought I'd show two off, and this is kind of the fun things that you can do with TTM. So I got a Dennis Lamp return back and a Jim Beattie return. Dennis Lamp and Jim Beattie both in 1979 gave up 3,000 hits. So Dennis Lamp inscribed his Brock's 3,000th hit, and I had asked that in my letter. And again, I write about a one-page letter. And then Jim Beattie more cognizant to what I collect, gave up Yaz's 3,000th hit, a seeing eye single to right field, and he inscribed that. Yaz's 3,000th hit. So those are really cool, and you can do a lot of cool stuff with TTM. Obviously, just you get autographs, but if you do a little bit of research, you can put together kind of cool collections. Now, being a Boston sports fan, I also collect Boston sports teams, mostly the Red Sox and the Patriots. I dabble in Celtics and Bruins. I love the team's histories, but I don't get as deep in those two teams. But Red Sox, I'm full-blown Red Sox fanatic, and love their history. And same thing with the Patriots, particularly getting to watch 6 championships over the last 25 years. And so what I showed off today is is my favorite Pedro Martinez card. It's the 1999 Upper Deck MVP FanFest edition. These were given out only at the All-Star FanFest in Boston. They have the little FanFest logo there. When I get my sports room and unpack all my stuff, I was able to actually complete this set at the FanFest. It's one of my favorite sets of all time. It looks like a regular Upper Deck MVP card from 99, and I opened tons of those packs, so I also have a love for this design, but it's got the All-Star logo. But this, Pedro started that All-Star game. This card just means a lot to me and is representative in this video of my Red Sox collection, as I tried to add more and more Pedro cards, particularly in David Ortiz, as I work on trading card database. 2 of my favorite Red Sox players of all time. And then I also collect autographs and memorabilia, usually focused on my teams, so the Red Sox and the Patriots, whether it's photographs or other items from the teams to represent their history. So I thought for the first time I'd show, I have a Jimmy Fox autograph, cut signature, PSA, authenticated. Picked this up, I don't know, 15 years ago. It is a little bit faded, but it's good enough for me. You can see it really well. And it's a cut signature, nothing on the back. Looks like it might have been just on a regular piece of paper or something. But really glad to add XX to my collection, or have XX in my collection. At the time that I picked this up, I was trying to get a signature of every Red Sox player ever. I've since bowed out from that, knowing what, general autographs, if they're uncertified, they don't really keep their value. I had kids. I started looking at my collection as something to pass on as a legacy. And so I started focusing on more things that I would enjoy that would also carry some value. And so I figured a common player from the 1992 Red Sox might not carry value, but if I collect other things that I enjoy, and there's a plethora of it, it might carry value and something I could pass on to my kids, and maybe they get something out of it, or they can sell it and, chase their dreams. So, Jason, thanks for the opportunity to do a video response. I don't know if I made the cut, but I really appreciate your channel. I love seeing what you pick up. All the editions from shows or eBay and whatnot. I love your collection. And I love your channel name, to be honest. I film right now. I film all my videos in my basement, so I'm very similar to you. I'm a basement card collector. Anything that I come out to the YouTube world from is from my basement, typically. That might change next year when I get a sports room, but right now I'm in my basement, and for the foreseeable future, I will be in my basement. So, Jason, congratulations on 3 years on YouTube. Thanks for the VR. And anybody who's watching, thanks for taking the time to watch. Until next time, keep collecting, keep having fun. Adios, amigos.